Hey guys, welcome to Jen's Creativity Corner. Thanks for joining me today. Now, if you saw my recent video on Harry Potter party ideas, highly recommend that, but you will have seen this shot of all of these different wands that we did as gifts or favors for the kids' party, and didn't show you an actual tutorial on them. So today I'm going to do a brief kind of inspirational with tips and tricks and show you some brand new ones, but just to give you an idea of some of the things that you can do with beads and hot glue and paint, marbles, all that sort of good stuff. And one thing that I will be showing you that I've never actually tried before filming is making wands out of pens, so you can actually write with them. I'm going to first show you chopsticks. Here are the super cheap ones that I've just got from extra takeout, and they don't always split evenly. They're kind of rougher to paint. Might get splinters, so just be careful, but they're an option. They're free pretty much. These are more premium ones. I must have felt really bougie that day when I ordered DoorDash, but they're round, no squared off edges, and they've got a little decorative on them already. And then these guys I bought at a department store. They're much longer, so it gives you more to work with. And then just got a standard pen. You don't want a clicker pen because you're not going to have access to that. But let's get right into it. First, we're going to start off with the pens. Now, they have the little kind of clip that you can put over a pocket or a piece of paper. I used a tool, take that off, sand it, and then we're going to fold up some paper, roll it up tightly, and secure it with tape. This is how we are going to extend it so it is longer. Because otherwise, a pen by itself is pretty short, especially the usable space we have. So using my hot glue gun. Now, I do recommend, if you have one, obviously, that has a switch from high heat and low heat, perfect. Because on some of this, I did feel like it was more beneficial to be able to switch back and forth. If you don't have any supplies, I always link down below links to particular products that can help you with these videos, and also to my Amazon shop that helps support this channel. Anyway, got that secured on there, filling in a little bit of space there, and then we are going to secure it to the paper. Now, is this a perfect way to do it? Not necessarily. It might be a little bit bumpy, but it depends on what you're going for. You might want to, use stick glue or other glue and rubber bands to make sure it's smoother, or even tape if you're just going to cover it up with decorative glue. But this way, your paint is going to stick, because it would be harder with the adhesion to the plastic, and it makes sure it all stays in one piece. It's not going to just break at that center point where we made this longer. I did have to clean up some of the extra hot glue because I was trying to get it to look nice, but kind of cinched in the top and the bottom. Now we're going to close that up. And I'm going to build that up a little bit. So that's one of the tips, is making sure that you can build it up. And on this, let it cool a little bit, and I'm dipping it in beads. And then just kind of squish them in there, make sure they're more secure. And I'll show you how you can secure those in different ways later. To join the top, I'm actually doing a little bit of a dripping design on this. So that way there's just not a gap with the paper. And you'll have to be careful that you don't go up too far if you want to be able to put the cap back on the pen. So I did try to watch out for that. And then this one, because it doesn't have a perfect seam, I'm just trying to do something decorative to cover that up, because you would be able to see that with paint. And again, just really secure that paper on there. Now, the heat was too high, so I wasn't getting these cute dots I wanted, because it was just melting. So not perfect, but there were things I did, like the swirl around it all the way down. And it'll really pop a lot more once we paint it. That'll be near the end of the video. But just gives you an idea of some of the texture you can do. Now this is using the small cheap one. I'm just going to break it. Thought about doing it twice. I've done that with larger ones. But we're just going to clean that up a smidge and then glue it back together, but at a fun angle. So it's really up to you if you want these to be ornate and fancy, or if you want them to be more naturalistic. Is this like a nature fairy kind of thing? Or is this like a high-class wizard taking over the world kind of thing? It's really up to your creativity. So now I'm just doing a little bit of boosting the handle. I don't know how I was building up more of a handle there. Again, I kind of like the drippy look. And then adding some rings around it, I guess you could say. Do you think that you would be more likely to go with a more natural looking one or more colorful designs? And then once that's cooled off, you can build it up again. You do have to be careful about that. If you want to bulk things up and you want something that's a specific shape, hot glue, you got to be a little patient with it. And then these are the longer ones. Decided to go with some more beads and I'm gonna go around all 4 sides. I will show you how to actually encase this in just a moment. Do the end. Now there are spots peeking out from behind. I was okay with that because of what I ended up doing, but if you need to, you can do a second layer or do smaller patches at a time to make sure that you don't have any kind of bald spots if you don't want them. After pressing it in, then I'm just going to completely encase it with the hot glue. Of course, you will want to make sure that it is a very clear glue to be able to see behind it, if that's the look you're going for. I think that's kind of fun. And then this is just an example of what I've done to help smooth out the glue sometimes, is just with the hot tip, running it alongside it. I've also used it to kind of bore a hole into a chunky section that I built up. So you've got like dimples. Alright, so here are the different ones that I've made just for this particular video, using some medium brown, and I decided to paint over this. I didn't want it encased, I just wanted that bumpy, lumpy texture, more naturalistic, like, you know, rough bark kind of thing. And just make sure you smush it down into the crevices. They say you're not having fun if you're not making a mess. But go ahead and paint that thoroughly and then let it dry. Try to clean up your mess. And then I'm actually going to paint 2 with this as the base coat, and then we'll do something over it because otherwise it's kind of boring just on its own. Here's another one of the pens, using a darker brown as the base. Again, you really want to get into those crevices, and if you need to, paint it twice. Do a couple coats. And then this I am dry brushing on the darker brown. On the other one that I use that same undercoat, I dry brush a lighter one. So this technique definitely did not go the way I wanted, but I thought I'd still show it. Just trying to rub it on there and get it in the crevices, but it just, it was messy. It was rubbing off some of the black and just chunking in the wrong spots, dulling everything. So I did have to go back with a wet paintbrush that didn't actually have any paint on it, just the wet brush, and painting it over that and wiping it away. So that way some of the black shines through a little bit better. Now it doesn't take off all the paint. It would to some extent if I really tried for it, but I didn't want it all gone. There was a reason I was trying to rub it on there. And I did actually, again, just too much rubbing in the water. There were some spots that I was actually starting to see the paper, right? Because this is one of those pens, so do have to be careful. I wish I would have just tried more dry brushing instead of smearing it on there. And then I did touch it up with some black on top just to give it a little bit more pizzazz back, cover up any of the paper that I had exposed, any of the hot glue that it had rubbed off of, and in the end I did like it. This one didn't get to see much of, but just doing some finer details. And I'll show you the finished products. So here are the ones that I did just for this video. More naturalistic looking one. So I did that lighter tan, again, the dry brushing over all of it, and then just over the knot where it's joined together, kind of accentuating that connection. And then the next one, I only really built up the handle a little bit and then did a fun ombre. Next one, if it's your style, definitely screams color, right? So we got a little drippy kind of knob at the end, and then those rings, simple but bright. These are definitely not my best ones. I definitely like some of the other ones better, but I had fun. It is also important to know how it feels in the hand if you're going to be playing with it. Also, I've had ones where I accidentally made it forward heavy. So if you're adding too much glue, you know, towards the front, then it wants to flop out of your hand. Something to consider. So this one did some zigzag, and I tried to do little like emerald, sapphire, all that jewels at the end. Now these will pop more once I actually seal them. It had been raining, so I hadn't had the chance to spray clear coat outside, but I definitely would recommend that to help preserve these. So just being silly, seeing how it feels in my hand. And again, you can close these as long as you make sure to leave enough area at the top for the pens. And if you don't encase the beads like I did on the original one, you definitely will want to make sure to seal this, just because you don't want those beads eventually popping off with more time. Make sure it's good and sealed. So I'd love to know what was your favorite one, and if you don't mind giving this a share, I would really appreciate it. Recently quit my job to work on being an author and this channel, so I really appreciate your support. You guys have a great day.